everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another Ulta haul. So I went to Ulta last night because I had some really good news yesterday, and I felt like celebrating. Literally, there's an Ulta like from where I live there. So it's really hard for me not to go to Ulta every single day, but at least like every time I get paid. So like I said, yesterday I got some really great news and I really wanted to celebrate, and so I went to Ulta and I went out to dinner with my boyfriend, and it was a good day yesterday. So I wanted to share with all of you all of the snazzy things that I was able to pick up. I'm actually really excited what my Ulta was doing. So like the last time I had some clearance items, and they had just like one small section that was dedicated to clearance. And I went there, like, in the clearance section just because I wanted to see what they had to check out, and there was nothing. Like, it was literally empty, and, like, everybody just stole all their clearance, and I was like, oh, how? What? They don't have clearance? But they actually moved their clearance up to where the registers were, because all of their clearance is 50% off. I thought they moved it up to their registers just so that they could keep an eye on what people were doing, because I don't know if this is, like, a nationwide thing, but people are awful with clearance items. They, like, open them up and use them like they think it's theirs. So by the time you get to the clearance, you're probably going to get something that's like used or opened or just dirty and disgusting. And if I was a store, I would want to monitor that, because even though it's marked down, if it's used and disgusting and dirty, you're not going to be able to sell it at all. So at least you could see people being shady and like yell at them about it, versus having to just discover it when you went and looked at your clearance section and discovered a bomb went off there. So that's why I thought they did it, but everything was actually an additional 50% off, so I was super excited about that, and actually I was able to get some really good deals on some things that I've been interested in for quite some time, so I'm pretty excited. So let's just jump right in. The first thing I got, so my Ulta's Morphe section, I don't know if every Ulta has the Morphe brand at this point, but their Morphe section is almost right to the left once you walk in, and I saw this, and I thought this was Laura Lee's like essential makeup brushes, and so I like ran to it. It was the only one I saw, and I like ran to it like, oh my god, I have to get this. But it was actually just another brush set. I haven't even looked at like the brushes or anything. I haven't actually opened anything that I got because I wanted to share it with all of you before I did. But it's just the six piece brush collection and case, but I know that Laura Lee's brush collection actually has like a case similar to this. I don't know if it's the exact same case, but I know that it's one that looks pretty similar. So let's take a gander at what these look like. I know that this was $18, and for 6 brushes, like, and their eye brushes, I don't think that's the worst price in the world at all. These look very nice. Okay, so they come individually wrapped, which I actually really like, and they have the little brush protectors on them too, so that way, even though they're wrapped, the hairs aren't getting bent or anything. So like A+ packaging, if nothing else so far. Okay, let's go through these bad boys. Okay, so this first guy that I'm seeing, he is they do not have numbers on them. Interesting. I totally thought they did. Okay, well, he is like a tapered blending brush. He's got the 2 different hair colors right there, the white and the like just brown looks. This is synthetic hair, I do know that. I'm really genuinely very surprised that they don't have the brush numbers on them. Maybe that's something that they would have on them if you bought them from the actual like a Morphe store or the site, but I'm a little surprised by that. I wonder on the packaging. No, it just says collection includes crease fluff brush, deluxe blender brush, oval shadow brush, flat concealer brush, pencil crease brush, and a bent liner brush. So it doesn't even have. That's interesting. I'm not gonna say that's a bad thing, but like I know that some people are intrigued and interested in the like number of the brushes that people are using with tutorials and whatnot, just because sometimes. I'm not the type of person that thinks like you need a specific brush for a look, but sometimes you do need a specific type of brush. Like you can't always get a like a smoky look without using like a blending brush, like a fluffier blending brush, or like a flat, you can't pack on as much color with a fluffy blending brush versus using just a flat shader brush. So there are different uses to brushes and everything, so it would be kind of nice just to know what they are, but it's not the end of the world. Sorry, I just went on a 5-minute rant about that, but whatever. Okay, so here we got the little flat shader brush. This is, they're all rose gold packaging, which is really nice, I'd say. I think it's really pretty. This is another, like, just flat shadow brush. The bristles on this are a little bit coarser, which could be nice for packing on a little bit more color. They all seem like really good quality. And this is another blending brush, so that's nice. Then here we have got like a little pencil brush, and then we have the bent angled liner brush. So all in all, excited with this purchase. Again, I've never used any Morphe products. They have been sold out of the 2 palettes that they, like the 2 bigger palettes, the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but they've been sold out of those the last couple times that I've gone. From what I understand, Morphe's a pretty new brand that Ulta's been carrying, so they, as soon as they got their first shipment, I know it sold out almost immediately, so I know that they're struggling to keep things in stock as it stands, so I'm excited to see, you know, what that, what Morphe may look like in Ulta in the future, but yeah, for the case and the 6 brushes, I definitely say it was a good deal. Alright, so the next thing I got, I went to the Makeup Revolution display because I wanted, honestly, I wanted to see if they had the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. I've been wanting to try that for quite some time now. Laura Lee and Emily Noel on YouTube, they both reviewed it and said that it's really a fantastic full coverage foundation, but they only had concealers and the loose powders there, so I decided not to pick up one of those, but I did pick up 2 things. The first thing is this Revolution Pro HD Amplified Get Baked palette. So it looks like this. It's got 15 shades in it. And honestly, so there were 2. There was one that was only 6 pans, and it was like a blush, highlight, bronzer palette. But honestly, I don't use like a heavy hand with, you know, blush or bronzer or highlight, so I felt like this would allow me to try more colors for essentially the same price. You know, the 6 pans, while they were pretty and they're different from these, I just thought it was a better bargain to get this one that has all of these colors versus just trying out 6. So this is what it looks like up close. Definitely quite a good color variety here. Honestly, like, I'm super excited to try all of these. Oh yeah. Okay, so like those are just 3 swatches that I just did, and like I mean, I did not press hard even a little bit, so I think these are going to be super pigmented colors, and honestly, I'm very excited to get these on my face and see what they could do for me. And for a makeup look at that. Alright, next thing I got from Makeup Revolution is another palette. This is the Makeup Revolution 32-piece eyeshadow palette in Mermaids Forever. So the reason I got this one, again, instead of, you know, another palette, is because of the color variety. They had, I mean, a crap ton of palettes, and they actually had some really cool looking palettes that are like, if you're familiar with like the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes, how they actually look like a chocolate bar, they had some that looked very similar packaging-wise to the Too Faced chocolate bar palette, but there was like a mint chocolate one and a milk chocolate, and they had all these different ones. I think there were 4 at least, and they looked really pretty too, but the colors were very neutral with, you know, maybe 1 or 2 in the palette that kind of stood out to me. And this palette, you can see here on the back, you know, it's got a lot more color variety. I can actually, I'm going to take out the palette, but I just wanted to show you what the packaging looked like. So I feel like this is something that, you know, maybe someone that doesn't have a lot of color variety in their makeup collection, this is maybe something that they could try and, you know, get some more neutral colors, but they could also get some more colorful shades as well that they could try out. And so I just felt like this could be a great palette and a very versatile palette for, you know, anybody with their makeup collection, not just someone just adding another palette. So this is what the actual packaging looks like, just black. It says the Ultra Eyeshadows 32 Ultra Professional Eyeshadows. So first off, I'm seeing like a huge mirror, so that is super nice. I'm personally a big fan of, you know, being able to look in a mirror and do my makeup, so that's a great thing right off the bat. The pans aren't the biggest pans in the world, but I think they're great size pans for what you're doing and what you'll need. You don't need the biggest pans in the world, and I think, I don't know right off the top of my head, but I think this palette was maybe $15. Yeah, 14. It was $15, and then I had a coupon, so $14.33 with the $3.50 coupon. But yeah, so $15 total, and you get like some really nice shades in there. You get, you know, some blues, some pinks, but you also get, you know, greens, silvers, highlight shades, more neutral shades that you can just do an everyday look with. So, like I said, I think this is just going to be a great palette for everybody, you know, not just somebody that likes color, not just somebody that likes neutral shades, but just something that could be really all-encompassing for anybody looking for a makeup look. Everything else that I was able to get was either marked down or on clearance, so the next two things were just marked down. These are Tarte, the Lip Architect lipstick and liner. These were, I believe, 50% off, so I think they were $12 each. I got two shades. I got Sweet Pea and Diva. Sweet Pea is more of like a nudie pink type of shade, and Diva is more of like a red tone. So I'm very excited to try these out. I don't typically use lip liner, but, you know, people can change. So what I do like about this packaging is it's really pretty gold packaging, kind of very signature of Tarte, but these two different colors, the little lips on them, that's actually the color of the product inside. And so that's kind of nice because, you know, if you have like 3, 4, 5 of these sitting in your drawer, they all look the same. So to be able to have that distinguishing feature on the outside, I like that personally. So this Sweet Pea one, oh my gosh, that is so pigmented. Oh yes. Okay, that's that one. It is more of like a nude tone. The packaging almost made it seem like it would be more of a pinky tone. But it is more nude, and honestly, that's kind of what I was hoping for. I would really like to get a nice new nude lip color before the fall comes around. This Diva shade, let me swatch it. It's more of a red tone. Oh yes, that's so pretty. And seriously, like I'm just like touching these to my skin, and they're emitting color. It's not something that I'm having to work very hard to get the color to show up. So I'm very excited to see how these translate on the lips. So the way that these work is that the one side is the thicker, like more lipstick end, and the other side is the lip liner. So you can line your lips first and then fill them in, or if you just wanted to use the stick side, you could. So it's up to you. But I kind of like that you have, you know, the liner and the lipstick. So I'm very excited to try these out. Another lip product I got is the NYX Lip Lingerie Matte Eye Tint. I'm lying to you. I totally thought this was a lipstick. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, this is an eye tint. Looks like this. It's just got like a regular doe foot applicator there. Oh, that's pretty though. It's that purpley, plummy shade right there. I feel like I say a lot in my videos, and I feel like I say it a lot because I do say it a lot, so I apologize. But this is a really pretty shade. I, honest to God, did not know that this was an eye tint, so I'm feeling a little bit dumb because of that. The shade is Better Than You. Ooh, it's already... That's nice. It says it's matte, and a matte eye tint, and I kind of just assumed that it meant that it looked matte. It was more of a matte eyeshadow, essentially, but it dries matte. So it's a cream, then it dries matte, and that's really cool to me, and it dried very quickly. Y'all just saw me put that on, and it's already dry. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited to try that. I have a purple look on today. This would have been a great thing to wear underneath, but like I said, I don't like to open things until I share them with y'all. Okay, next thing I got that I was super excited about was this, the Nars Mini Orgasm Set. So if you have ever watched a YouTube video within the last 5 to 7 years, you see so much about Nars. The Orgasm color in particular, you've seen so much about. The blush specifically, you know, they've got a lip gloss and a lipstick in here as well. But the blush specifically is what's got a lot of hype around it. So I was ecstatic when I saw this in the clearance section. And I think it was like $14 in the clearance section and an extra or no, it was $14 after the 50%. But still, that's a great deal. So I've never been able to try the anything from Nars, really, just because it's expensive. It's so cute. It's tiny, and it's got the nice matte packaging. I've always been very intrigued by Nars, so it's got the little protector there, and it comes with a little mirror. But seriously, like, so Orgasm, for those of you that don't know, it's like a peachy pink shade with a gold shimmer to it. It's seriously beautiful. I've heard great things about this blush, the lipstick, and the lip gloss. Let's look at these bad boys. So it's a pretty decent size, though. I'm very excited to try these out. I'm going out tonight just to dinner, and I very well might be wearing these to dinner. I'm curious about what sort of texture this lip gloss will have, but I may be doing a review on those for you guys soon, just because, like I said, I've been looking forward to those since I've been hearing about them for years and years and years in the YouTube beauty community, so I'm very excited that I now might be able to try them out. This is the Catrice Cosmetics Liquid Metal Eyeshadows. Honestly, there was nothing about this that really intrigued me from the packaging. Yes, you get, 3 eyeshadows. I think it was like $5, but really, it's the eyeshadows themselves. I don't know if any of you, I had never heard of this brand, Catrice Cosmetics. Right off the bat, looking at this, like, this is a lot of extra packaging for what you're actually getting. This itself is pretty thick, and then, yeah, it's just a lot of extra plastic, but that doesn't bother me. It's just kind of something I'm noticing. But right off the bat, what I noticed was how the eyeshadows actually looked in the pan. They're like there's like a wave in them. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or if it'll come through the camera, but that's like a wave in the eyeshadow. So kind of a cool concept. I had never tried these in oh my gosh, that is super pretty. Well, it was super pretty when I swatched it. It kind of disappeared a little bit on my hand, but it definitely is very shimmery. I mean, that's a lighter shade, so these two, you've got Look Me in the Ice, Satina Vander Woodson, and What Do You See? See spelled S-E-A. That's like a more tealy shade, and I mean, honestly, they look very pretty. So I'm kind of excited to try these too. I almost wonder if these would do better wet than dry, but we'll find out, and I will keep you guys updated with news. Last thing I got, it's just something that I used growing up, and I kind of just wanted to see if the formula had changed at all. This is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation. It comes in a little pot. This is what it looks like. I got the shade 2 in Ivory, or Classic Ivory Light shade 2. Basically, again, this is just something that I used when I was growing up. There's really no particular reason I tried it other than I wanted to see if it was what I remembered. I used it before I really knew what I was doing with makeup. Some may say I still don't know what I'm doing with makeup, but I'm curious to see what it's like and maybe to just try it out as a different foundation, something that's a little lighter. So we'll see about that bad boy. But that is everything that I got from Ulta. In total, I believe it was right around $120, so not too bad price-wise for all of the stuff that I was able to get. I'm very excited about the Makeup Revolution palette, about the Morphe brushes, about everything. If there's anything in particular that any of you would like me to review and maybe even make a video about, absolutely leave it in the comments below. Like always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, points of concern, feel free to leave them below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.